thing is that we are three neurodivergent people with like very diverse tastes. Hopefully, the more we release music, the more people understand that like we're all over the map, like make a lot of different kinds of music that sounds like a lot of different stuff, and like that's just the way it's gonna be.
Honey, I'm in pain, and it's been like this for days. Don't have energy to play or for your attitude today, and I just can't be blamed for the things that I might do.
Pink Hell, our second full-length studio album. The hook's always there. They might not come dressed in the same genre, but like
Come for hooks.
come for hooks.
Yeah.
What song almost did it or didn't make the album?
I Want Everything. Because we forgot about it.
We forgot about that song.
We forgot we wrote it, and we also maybe we would have finished it in a different way if the other songs hadn't been written already. But I think it's perfect the way it is.
When we are going through the process of trying to put together a new album, we are often looking at like, because we've recorded so many songs, like sometimes there's so many that we forget about ones.
Also, it was just like this thing of going like, cool, so this is a short song, like how weird can we make it? You know, like, can we put the drums all the way to the left, pretend we're the Beatles for a moment?
What was the North Star for this album, production-wise and writing-wise? Any artistic references that drew you down when you needed to realign? We didn't have a lot of references. I think like the way that we write is so well, I mean, we start off with Sky's riffs, and it's like whatever he's inspired by or like feeling like on the day, and then generally we'll turn it into something completely different that makes him really cross.
Yeah. The North Star is to frustrate Sky and
Take his
mangle his
ideas and
intentions.
take them away from him.
Yeah.
Do you say mangle his intentions?
Yeah.
We didn't have a lot of strong references from writing this album. We wrote it over the course of like ultimately 2 years, or at least some of the songs that ended up on the album we wrote like 2 years ago. So the album, like in many ways, is kind of cobbled together, but not in a bad way, like in a way that documents the different chapters that we went through as writers, as artists over the past 2 years.
The previous album, we really tried to push ourselves as hard as we could, and often I think maybe I was very proud of that album, but it did feel like we overreached occasionally and tried to do things that maybe we couldn't do or didn't have the skills to do, or maybe thought were important but actually weren't. Like I don't want to say dishonest, but sort of with that sort of energy. Whereas with this album, because of the sheer way that we've had to, the limitations in which we had to do it in, we sort of had to accept like, okay, what's the best that we can do with what we have? And